The indigo. Indigo, I think, has many different pieces to it. One of the most beautiful pieces that I believe is just the representation of the like where indigo falls within the light spectrum. So the indigo is literally a convergence or meshing of like the color violet, which is a really quite dark color tone, and with the color blue. And so these two, when they intertwine and when they begin to create this indigo color, when you start to understand the colors and the chakras and how these colors, what their representation is, the violet is just connected to source, and the blue is the connected to our voice and able to express our inner knowing in a way that is Mm. in a way that is understood through the human mind. So it's like the inner knowing comes in and comes from the heart space, comes from above, and comes and converges at the throat, allowing and giving the unique individual, the person, the ability to be able to attune themselves and be able to bring information forward with great clarity and great knowing. And there's this real power around the knowing. Truly what it is that you know something and yet you don't know how you know it. And this is a piece that some people can really lean into, and this is also a piece that some people very much resist. They do not understand, and they do not, that logic does not necessarily come into a factor in this particular kind of feels, or this kind of knowledge base. And so yeah, so just kind of see how that feels for you. For me, it resonates with me on such a deep emotional level. I live in that part of my body, or that part of my energetic field a lot, because that's where I attune myself when I'm in teaching mode and also when I'm in healing mode. So it's a space that I feel very comfortable in. The indigo is often associated with like visions or ideas or thoughts that are beyond seeing with our human eyes. We begin to see in a whole other reality realm, place the word on it that kind of makes sense to you, but it's a scene without the eyes, and it's a scene and an understanding that kind of goes right to the root of the exploratory process. Now, the side of our psyche that it gives this kind of conscious accessibility is literally like it's like a unique, different perception. And I think we dive into this on a regular basis, whether we're aware of it or not. When all of a sudden you're hearing someone say something, and let's say you're really solid in one certain type of perception or idea, and then you're having a conversation with yourself and another person, or maybe even within a group of people, and all of a sudden some type of word or some type of phrase, or even just a catch tone even, can bring you into this whole other, I mean, I almost see it as like a rotation in your perception, and it begins to just open us up. And instead of, I think human language, right? Or just language in general. Tunnel vision is an idea that you're not being open, you're not accepting or being in the free flow of what is. You're kind of going down and just keeping yourself small and keeping yourself, at times it can feel like it's keeping you safe, yet it's also keeping you chained to misconceptions of what really feels free, what really feels opening, what really feels like universal love connection. And so that's an interesting piece, because the indigo helps to really clear that tunnel vision and begins to expand it, even if it's just a little bit. That perception has at least the opportunity to shift if it so is chosen by the individual.